let me start that again here. Okay, now, hi there. Hello, hello, hello. I am your host, Shay Rippinger of Hip the Hoopla. And if you're tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the show, the Hoopla of Y'all show, where I talk about health, humor, and hooping, where we learn, we laugh, and we hoop. So that's what we do. And again, I'm Shay Rippinger of Hip the Hoopla, and I do hooping and all this kind of good stuff. All right. So the theme of this show is linear. It's based on linear goal setting. So, and I have my notes over here so that I can stay on time and on track as well. So this is the series, the How to Get There series, and it is about goal setting and how to get there. So I think we all, no matter where we are, I don't care if you're at the beginning of the year, at the end of the year, middle of the year, whatever, whenever we're doing stuff, we have some goals that we want to achieve. And it could be a small goal, it could be a big goal. It could be something that you just need to get done today. It could be something that you want to get done this year. It could be something that is, a really long plan, long game plan, and that you really want to get there. So in this series, we covered other ways that don't work out quite as well, but there's reasons why we do them. The first one in the series was circle, and how a circle can benefit you, not just be a bad thing of like ending back up at the start point. We also covered zigzagging, which is sometimes when you go off path, you get distracted, or you double back. And sometimes I used it with the equating it with the thread on a sewing machine. When you do a zigzag pattern, you use like double the thread. So you double your energy, if you will, is the analogy of that. And then in episode 103, the third one of this series, we covered dotted line, and that is the stop-start method. And that is not the greatest way to go, because you have to rebuild your energy every single time you start. So this is the linear method. So it is, you want to try and get from your point A to point Z, and this is the ideal. Now, do we always make the ideal? No. But we want to shoot for the ideal, and the idea of the ideal is to go from point A to point Z in a straight-ish line. So we want to try and get there. And here's my advice, my recommendation, and that is to just keep going. So, and that is, no matter how small each action is, take it anyway. Take a small step, because each little step keeps you going towards your goal, towards the progress in that linear line. And also, small steps done consistently is way better than doing a lot of big steps and then doing nothing for a while. Yeah, I don't know if you're guilty of that. I'm guilty of that. Type in the comments if you've ever had this happen to you, and along when you're trying to achieve your goal. And what is one of your goals? One of my goals this year is to do, I call it my little things list. And it's exactly that. It's the little things of little progress of trying to get, for instance, I covered in the last episode about, yes, I would like to do green drinks every day. And ideally, I would like to do fresh juicing, but that's not always possible. So how can I still achieve my goal of getting in a green drink every day, or, as much greens as possible? You do the best you can. And so one of my hacks is to use like a green powder. So I can put that in some liquid, like some juice or whatever, and mix that up real quick and do a little green shot. So, instead of pulling out the juice or getting out all the vegetables, having to clean up everything, ideally that's great if I can do that, or if I can batch it so that I can make more juice than just the one day. Yes, ideally it's better fresh every day, but we do what we can do. If you're on the road, then you go to a juice place where they make it for you. Is it all the things you want? Maybe, maybe not. But again, you do the best you can, and you keep trying to go towards that progress. So my little list things is, for me, and this is just my example of this, is doing hooping every day, doing a little bit of reading, doing a little bit of yoga. It's a little bit of trying to work on my YouTube channel, trying to do some of my business stuff. There's a lot of things on that list, but most of it is like a personal list. I'm starting to add in some more business things as I get some of the other things more in a habit format, and it's just a couple minutes of each of those things. So it's not maybe doing yeah, it'd be nice to do an hour of yoga every day, but if I can get out in the sunshine, hit the nature, and get outside for a couple minutes, and it's bitter cold, but it's still sunshiny. Hey, I've hit nature and the yoga and some movement. So I've hit a few of my goals on my little list of series. So anyway, yeah. So that's my advice for that is to just keep going. And I have a little quote on that. Just keep swimming. That's a quote from Dory from the movie. And Ellen DeGeneres is the voice behind Dory, the little fish that, is trying to find its way home. And, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. But if you have your goal in mind, first set your goal and then try and stay on your path. So if you have a map to get there, your map is your points of all the places that you need to get to along the way. So like if you are going to do a road trip, you need to go from point A to point Z. There's going to be several stops along the way. Some may include gas breaks to fuel your vehicle. Some may include food breaks to refuel yourself. Some may include bathroom breaks so you can get rid of some of that. So, and some may be just rest breaks so that you can be refreshed and not arrive tired or not arrive at all. So again, the steps along the path of getting to your goals. So that's my health recommendation for this episode of the linear goal path. And now we're going to do a little bit of humor. Now, I always try and do a little bit of humor anyway in my shows, and it's just my approach to things. But the actual humor thing that I do, and it's not necessarily technically humor, but it's, oh, I just noticed that I don't have my light on. Okay, let's turn that on. Oh, now I look human. Why bother putting on makeup if I don't have any color to my face? Anyway, so hopefully you saw me at the beginning of this, but now I look like I have a pulse. So, all right, Vampira. Okay, so this is a laughter yoga exercise, and I encourage you to do this with me. Hopefully I fit in the frame in this. But what we're going to do, and if you don't have the greatest balance, that's okay. You can put your hand on a chair instead if you like. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be lifting. So this is laughter yoga. It's a fake it till you make it laughter. At least try and smile during this, and it helps get the endorphins in, and you're going to be breathing and getting some nice oxygenation into the lungs. And we want to have nice lifted body posture as well. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to start with lifting my right leg up. And again, I can have my hand braced. Now, I like to bring my leg as far up as I can. So I'm going about here with this, and I like to raise my other hand up. Now, this is a balance move. So see if you can balance if you like. But what we're going to be doing is grabbing the knee. And if you want, you can just grab that knee. But I'm doing as a linear exercise. So we're raising the leg and raising and reaching the other arm up. So we're going to take a nice deep inhale in and then exhale it down. Inhale it in and exhale it out. And laugh it out as you exhale. And inhale it in. And exhale it out. And then bring the leg down nice and gently. Shake it all out. And then we're going to take and do the left side. So again, if you need balance with your right hand, do that. Or if you can, try and balance just up in the air if you can. Okay, so we're going to bring the left leg up, and you're going to grab your knee. And wherever you feel comfortable grabbing. So if grabbing just underneath and that feels like it's flexing a lot for you, whatever feels comfortable for you. Now, I like to really crank it up because I like to work on my flexibility. That's just me, where my preference is. But you do what is comfortable and good for you. So again, we're going to bring the knee in however you want, and then take that inhale up and exhale it out. Inhale it in and laugh it out. Exhale it out. If you lose your balance, just get back into it. Inhale it in one last time, and exhale it out. And release that down, shake it all out. I'm glad I fell out of it, because you see that, life isn't perfect. Sometimes you fall out of balance. You get back into it. You do the best you can on everything. So life isn't perfect, and we're not meant to be perfect beings. But even though we strive for trying to get there. So all right, at the end of laughter yoga exercises, we take our hands together and we clap, and we clap our hands nice and big and wide, and we're hitting the acupressure points on our hands, and we go very good, yay. We do that twice. Very good, yay. So if you wonder why you rarely see pouty kids, if they're clapping like that, it's activating all these little acupressure points. So do that during your day, especially if you're working in an office and stuff like that, and it's all boring, and they'll just wonder what the heck is wrong with you, and you'll just be like, I'm bringing energy to myself. So it's very fun. Okay, so now hooping. I teased the move at the beginning, and thank you for sticking around and learning this hoop combination exercise. So not an exercise, but it is a hoop combination, and I've been doing in this particular series, it's a 4-part series, it is the backpack series. So the backpack is this move right here. Now, usually you just don't, hang out in this move and like that's it. You usually do a combination to get there and to get out of it. So we did some other combinations in this series, and this one is a backpack drop flip. I was going to call it a even funnier name, which was a backpack butt drop flip, or butt flip, backpack drop butt flip, because this is how it goes. So you go into the backpack move, and you scoot it down, you stick the hiney out, grab underneath, and flip it over. So what that looks like, I'm going to try that from the side. So we're going to get into the backpack move. So the backpack is a hoop trap. I'm using a fairly small hoop. You want to have big enough so that you're not torquing your shoulders back too far. I'm using a smaller hoop so that I can fit into the frame here, but you can use whatever hoop you have available. As you see, I have a variety here of hoops that I use, and then hoops that I'm making for others. So that is cool. All right, so we're going to just shoot your arms through the back of through the circle, like so, and you're trapping kind of like at the base of your neck or wherever the hoop fits on your body that is comfortable. Then you're going to this is the fun part. You're going to stick the hiney out, stick the little tush out, or big tush, whatever it is. It's your tush. I got a big one. I am now proud of it. So whatever. I've come to terms and dealt with dealing with it. So you're going to let the hoop slide down, and the reason why you're bending down is so that you can have like a little back table so that your hoop goes there. And then you're going to switch the hands from the inside, and you're going to wrap around the outside, and then you're going to take and flip the hoop up and over. Okay? And then you can go into one of our other moves that we did, which was that flip over in the front pack. You can go into that other backpack move, the wrap pack. And, the other one that we did was the J toss into the front pack. So those were the 4 combinations of this series. So this one, once again, is, so you can do that first combo, which was just wrap into the backpack. And then we're going to slide and drop down, rewrap the hands from the outside in, and flip the hoop over. And then from there, you can do a multitude of things on body with the hoop. And so one last time, I'm going to try that facing back so that you see this from all directions. So we're going to start with so how I started out that move was I did that shoulder wrap that we did in the first of this series. Shoulder wrap into the backpack. So shoulder wrap, shoot the hand through. Then we're going to, you can let the shoulders push the hoop down. And again, you have this hoop trap. Stick the hiney out. Sorry for the tush part of the video here. Rewrap the arms around to the outside from the inside, and then flip the hoop over, and you can come up on that flip. So you can kind of make that move interesting by taking this around and, stepping out with this, doing a hip circle with this, and you can throw some extra dance moves in there as well. So that is a fun thing to do with backpack, to use your hoop, get some more dance combinations in, and keep it original. And then add in your flair, your style, your personality. Try new things and add those in. So just to give a little nutshell of the whole show, we did the linear goal setting, which was going in a straight line, doing little incremental steps consistently to get to your goal. That was the health recommendation. We did the humor, the lateral yoga exercise with the knee up with the reach and inhaling it up and reaching up, and then bringing the hand down and laughing it all the way out and on both sides, and then laughing it out. And then we also did the backpack drop flip, or the backpack drop butt flip, if you will. So, and it was into the backpack, slide it down, rewrap the hoop around. I'm going to try and avoid my chair. There we go. And flip it around and do whatever you want with the hoop from there. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something out of that. If you're new to this channel, thank you, welcome, and keep coming back. Hit the like, the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up on the video, hit the like if you haven't already liked the Facebook page. I am Hip the Hoopla everywhere, and the website's www.hipthehoopla.com, and that's HIPTHEHOOPLA.com. And if you go there and sign up for the email, you'll get a free gift. And as my way of saying thank you for joining us. And thank you so much for joining on this series. I'll have a link to the other videos in this series that also have the extra hoop choreography of the other combinations that we did with the backpack series, which includes front pack, and then the other ways of getting to the goals and some helpful hints of getting to those. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here and spending your time. And we'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Rock on. Peace out. Bye.